Fala galera do Mundo Mágico, Merry Christmas to everyone, and I'm very excited this week because we got new information that I would like to share with you, and it's very interesting. So this past couple of weeks I was able to go to this exhibit in San Francisco in the AT&T store power station, and they have this beautiful display of artifacts from Fantastic Beasts. If you have the time, go there and check it out. But what got me very interested was the dome that from the French Minister of Magic, and they have a big panel showing the dome there, and I was very interested in that, and it came handy because just this week I was checking out some channels from Brazilians that also post theories about Fantastic Beasts and the wizard world. And there was this guy, I ran into this vlog on this guy. His name is Caco, and his channel is Caldeiroa Furado, which translates to leak cauldron in America, in English. And so he was just saying that there is this big quotation from an old Latin book in the dome of the French Minister of Magic. So I went there to check it out to make sure that he was right, and he was completely right. It's really there. And the quote says, "Hemisphere lactuma spheron rium stil stale aquari, I think, proportione," which translates to reach out to the stars of the celeste sphere of the south hemisphere. So reach out to the stars of celeste sphere of the south hemisphere. So even in the Minister of Magic dome, they're pointing out that everything should go south and should go to South America, and we already know that the next movie will be in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. So what they're gonna be doing there? Now we know. They're gonna be looking for the celeste sphere of the South Hemisphere. Why? Still don't know, but we gotta try to figure out through this theory of mine. But yeah, just for reference, the person who published this book long ago about the stars and the celeste sphere of the South Hemisphere, I mean, who said that was Christoph Cellarius, and in his book Geographia Antiqua. According to Caco in his channel, he was saying that this book was published by in Scandinavia, but the name and most of the information that I see in the book sound very not only Latin but like Italian to me, so I don't know. So but yeah, he was saying that a friend of his, or a person that is a member of his channel, he is a professor of philosophy and knows very well old Latin, so that's how he translated. And because he knew about this book from Cellarius, that's how he figured out that all the information from the dome came from that specific book, which is very interesting. So what we should look for in this dome. So let me show you in the where in the dome that says that. That's my picture from the dome there in the exhibit. So let me show you what I've noticed. So here it is. So here's the quote, and here the three angels. Same thing will appear in the book of the Italian guy. So it's full of there's a bunch of angels there, and so it is in the dome of the French Minister of Magic in Fantastic Beasts, Crimes of Grindelwald, and the quote is right here. And also notice this crest that's not part of Ilvermore or Hogwarts or any other school. So my other guess is that the Castelo Bruxo, the Brazilian wizard school, will also have their different houses and their crest, perhaps. I do not know. Maybe that's what this crest is the wizard school in Brazil and their houses, or the representation of their house. So we'll see what happens in there. So another interesting thing about this book is that it will display the constellations in the Southern Hemisphere, including Brazil, and we'll be pointing to we'll have a map of the South American Hemisphere and Brazil and the Amazon forest right on the tip of it. So, and some animals there. But another observation is that in the book of Cellarius, he has all the constellations from the South Hemisphere, including the South Cross under the Centaur constellation. So the constellations in the South Hemisphere, they are different from the constellations in the North Hemisphere. And the South one, the importance of the South Cross and the South constellation is that it guides those who navigated in the ocean to have a reference where they are going to, because the brightest star in the South Cross constellation always points towards south. Same thing that we have here in North America with the North Star. So we always know where is the most north point, and that's how people used to navigate back on the days when they didn't have, you know, all the equipment that we have nowadays. So, but you know, this is gonna play an important part in the story, and I don't know yet what it is, but I think it's of some importance that the South Cross constellation, it's in Cellarius' book, and also it looks like that they're trying to represent that in the French Minister of Magic dome, point towards the Centaur is right above the South Cross, and the South Cross always points to the southmost point for people who are navigating the seas in the South Hemisphere. So we'll see what they're gonna make out of all of this. Other points worth of mentioning there are some mermaids portrayed above the level sea, the ocean. There are many in the bottom, but then there's one above in the sea level, and it should be probably pointing towards the legendary mermaids that we have in Brazil, because this also points towards strongly plays an important role in Brazilian folklore. The mermaids that we call them there, Yara, and so maybe that's why there was a mermaid there, to show that perhaps she was showing the way to you know, the land where everything was gonna happen, which will be Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Something else that I want to point it out, which is not exactly in the book of Cellarius, but just a thought, like we know that most of the action that's gonna happen in the movie will be in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, because that's what they announced it. But the interesting thing is that, like in the Amazon forest, in the tip of it, there's a native that was used to, and somewhat nowadays still used to, as a port of entry, but it's not as big as in Rio de Janeiro though. But it's a difficult place to get into, especially in the area of the rainforest, because it rains a lot, more than, you know, has, you know, a good weather for people to navigate. So it's kind of a rough waters, so it's not the favorite place for people to go, but it's the nearest point to go from North America to South America, and you know, going towards the tip of the Amazon forest, or even coming from most European countries. Although Rio de Janeiro is more common, and it was more common back on the days because it was bigger, and the water wasn't as bad as in the tip of the Amazon forest. So another interesting information to keep in mind there. And and we know the Castelo Bruxo, the school, the wizard school in Brazil, is it's in the Amazon, not in Rio de Janeiro, which is really far away. They're distant from each other in Brazil. Oh, and also I want to talk about two more things. So the chest that we saw there, I'm guessing that might be the representation of the 4 houses, perhaps, in Castelo Bruxo. And I can't make completely the pictures in there, but it looks like that we have, you know, in the 4 corners of the chest, we have a turtle or a beetle. At first I thought it was a beetle, but then it looks like it's a turtle. And then there's a beetle, or maybe it is a sand dollar. I'm not quite sure. It's something round. And then a lion. And another image that I cannot make exactly what it is, but I'm guessing like a flower, or maybe a dolphin, because it's in the left side, on the left bottom side of the chest, and that's the hardest image to figure out. And also the mention of the angels in the book of the Italian, the like old Latin map. He has lots of angels all over the book, portraying the maps and the message, the quotes in there, the Latin message there. And this is also present in the Ministry of Magic in Fantastic Beasts, Crimes of Grindelwald. So I'm trying to make something out of it. I'm trying to understand that they're gonna portray angels in the coming movie as maybe beings, human beings, or maybe beasts. I do not know. So let me know what you think. I would like to know, and if you have noticed anything else, I will try to make a video only about those images from the book, from the guy, I want to say Cornelius. It's not Cornelius, it's Cellarius. So I'll try to make like a slide with just his the image of his book, and so we can discuss about it and think about it and maybe find out something more. Okay, but for today, that's all that I have for you. Have a Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and I hope to see you in the next channel and the next time. Please, if you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. And also, if you want to receive notifications when I post something new, just press the little bell there under the video, and so you will receive new information every time I post it.